Hello and welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies. In the last episode, we finished up the adventure mode, and in this episode, we're going to do some minigame. Before we do that, we have to get to the most important part of this game, which is the Zen Garden. Because these marigolds need to be watered. Oh, this is actually the first recording I'm doing of this game in quite a while. I think it's been like a week or something like that, because there was a period of multiple days where I wasn't able to record anything. And then when I was able to record, I decided to record Toho fan games instead. But now I'm back to this. And I should record a couple videos today. Finish this up here and you see when they're done. Sell them. Marigolds. No, when you get plants later, they'll be worth more than this. But these are your starter plants, so they're not worth much. Anything worth buying in the shop? Yeah, you got all this stuff. I'm not gonna bother with the Tree of Wisdom stuff anytime soon. Never go wrong with a rake. I can't remember if 9 slots or 10 slots was the maximum. I'm gonna go ahead and buy walnut. You know what, I'm not gonna buy anything yet, because I don't think many of the mini-games, the first starting mini-games, require much. So we're gonna start with Zombotany. It's actually, from what I remember, quite difficult for being the very first minigame when you really think about it. See, I don't really have much of a plan here. What should I use? I don't know, we'll just wing it and see what happens. Well, the first zombie's gonna be right there, so we'll have to let that take care of him. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm gonna have this set out, because, you know, with the adventure mode, I was able to set it out where every recording was 5 levels after the first 10 levels. But with these, it's not that simple, because they're not set up in that way. Let's just put a going on here. Okay, I'll just put a potato mine here, and you can just waste all his time with that walnut while I set stuff up.
Brains.
It's gonna be kind of a slow strategy, I have to admit, but yeah, there's not much I can do about that bottom row, so he's gonna get that sunflower. But it's okay. Maybe I can continue to make plans here. You know what, let's get some spiky out. Yeah, I don't have anything particular to talk about right now. Just first episode of this series that I've done in a while, like I said earlier, but not upload schedule-wise, because how the uploads should end up looking is I should just end up having, like, an episode of Plants vs. Zombies, and an episode of something that's not Plants vs. Zombies. Here's how I normally like to do my uploads. I like having some sort of long-running series that I can upload every other day, and then have the days where it's not being uploaded be filled by other things. Like I did that with Toho 19, I did it with Toho 9. Yeah, I did it with Lenin 4. So this is gonna be my new series that goes on for a really long time that fills up the every other day upload schedule. Which, you know, by the time anyone else is hearing this, even myself when I go back to hear this, it'll already been set in stone for a while now. And yeah, how it used to be, with like Toho 19 and stuff, the other video used to just be like cover videos, but I haven't been making too many of those nowadays. I make one like every week or something at this point. That was not smart. I need a walnut. There we go. You might as well put the pumpkins on the walnuts. So why not? You've already got once you got the walnuts in the front, you don't really need the pumpkins for anything else. And well, putting pumpkins on the walnut strategy, it's just, I don't really think it's all that effective when you think about it, but it just makes it feel good. It makes you feel like you're doing something. Yeah, those other videos, in addition to like the long series I was doing, they used to just be cover videos, but now I've got gotten it to where a lot of the time it's just me playing a different game that's not the series, that's the long-running series at the moment. Like the way it's looking now, it should be alternating between this game and some Toho fan games until I run out, which probably gonna happen like decently soon because I had those two other fan games that I downloaded. Sapphire, a word that starts with a P that I can't remember, and then Book of Star Mythology, and I have not played either yet. But I mean, once I do, I'm going to get like probably only like a video each out of those. If they have an easy extra stage, then I might get 2 videos out of one of those games, but I doubt they do. I was surprised when Service Bar was supposed to have an easy extra stage. It's not something that I see very often. But yeah, once I finish those games, that'll be like it for Toho fan games, so I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. And of course, this is still, when I'm recording this now, semester still hasn't started yet, so the real, like, my life is relatively unbusy right now, but it'll get probably a lot more busy. So who knows what I'll even have time to upload at that point. If worst comes to worst, I might like not have anything to upload on every other day, so I might just go back to uploading one video every 2 days, and that other video will just be this series, because this series is probably going to go on for a very long time. Because I've already had, what, 9 episodes of this, and, like, this is nowhere close to the end of the game. Not even halfway done yet, probably. Like, if you look at good old Nintendo Capri Sun's playthrough of this game, like, I'm pretty sure, can't remember off the top of my head, but finishing Adventure Mode was nowhere near halfway done with that series. We didn't even do Survival Endless, I don't think. Of course, it's been a while since I've seen that series, so memory of it is a bit foggy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I run out of bullet hell games to play, there's not really too many other games that I could do that would just be like one-offs. I guess I could try to find some one-off games just to do. What I might end up having is I end up having to find like another game. It'll be a long-running game. We'll have 2 long-running games playing at the same time. Well, that was Zombotany. I mean, that's not a hard level, but like, I definitely wouldn't call that the easiest minigame, so it's quite weird that that's what they start with. Especially with when you unlock minigames in that game, like, given the plants you have available to you, like, you don't have spike rocks available to you, so... I remember I used to try to do that minigame as soon as it unlocked. It made it a lot more difficult. So this is Walnut Bowling, and I honestly cannot remember if there's any difference between this Walnut Bowling and the Walnut Bowling you get in Adventure Mode. I think there is. I think there's only one flag in the original Walnut Bowling. So honestly, I think they give you that level before they even introduced the concept of levels with multiple flags. Oh yeah, there's not really too much to say here, is there? I mean, it's Walnut Bowling again. I mean, I'm glad it exists in the minigame, so you can play it whenever you want to, but the funny thing is, in the mobile version of this game, you have the ability to replay any level in Adventure Mode that you want to. But despite that fact, I'm still pretty sure that Walnut Bowling is included in the minigame section, despite the fact that you go play Walnut Bowling whenever you want. And, you know, that wouldn't be so bad if, you know, you didn't have to buy minigames with ridiculous amounts of in-game currency, so that you end up one of the, like... Because I remember how they did it was you could buy puzzles all by itself, you could buy survival mode all by itself, I think. And then you had to buy, like, sets of 3 puzzles or something, and it just got to be a ridiculous amount of money, but I'm pretty sure one of those minigames and that sets of 3 minigames you have to buy is just Walnut Bowling again, so it really wasn't worth it. Man, 13 minutes here and we're only done. Too many games. I do wonder. So I was thinking of trying to keep these minigame videos within the realm of 30 minutes. So by the looks of it, I think we're gonna do about 4 minigames, maybe 5 if I finish the 4th one far away enough from the 30-minute mark. It's like, I don't want it to be shorter than 25 minutes, but I don't want it to go over 40 minutes. I want to be in that range where if I start a minigame at like the 25-minute mark, I don't want it to go too far above 30 minutes. Which they shouldn't. I don't really think there's that many minigames that go on for that long. There are a few. There are a few definitely that have a bit too long. They can go on for a while. Man, I do not remember this level being so long. Jeez, it just keeps on going. Yeah, this definitely has to be a lot different from the original Walnut Bowling now that I'm looking at it again, because there's newspaper zombies. Those weren't a thing in the original Walnut Bowling. So yeah, I guess this is like significantly more difficult, and it sure is going on for longer. Jeez. Aw, darn, that almost got him. Well, I'm actually gonna lose a lawnmower here. Oh well. Never mind. You know, I normally don't struggle with walnut bowling, but I am here. And again, it has been quite a while since I've played this game, so maybe I'm just getting bad at video games. I think that is what I've truly learned in the past couple days. Is I'm bad at video games, which is not long after all those recordings. I completely messed that up, folks. This isn't long after those recordings I did playing all those fan games. I just lost every single one of them. I've just come to the conclusion that I am bad at video games now. I don't know how much of that is because I'm making videos out of it where I talk, or if it's just me losing my ability to video games. I don't know. I will admit with the whole, like, playing the bullet hell games, is I do not care as much as I used to. When I played those games the first time, I was actually like, trying really hard to beat them. But... Come on now. Come on. Okay, here's the problem. Like, you get so many coins, it actually becomes a detriment to you. Trying to collect the coins, but the zombies are coming at you. Guess I'm here. Well, so no matter what, I'm not gonna lose this because of the lawnmowers. But yeah, this ended up being a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I mean, this is the second minigame. I did not think it would be this much harder than normal one-up bowling, but here we are. Man, an explosive would be pretty good right now. But nope. Nothing of the sort. Well, we won anyway. Just lost every single lawnmower except for the one at the bottom, so... Yeah, you get about 250 gold for every... If you save every lawnmower, you get about 250 gold, it's about 50 gold per lawnmower. Alright, slot machine. This one was always a bit annoying just because of how RNG based it is. Just gotta hope you do it. What a great start. Yeah, this definitely is not my preferred minigame. Not the slightest. I do wonder how RNG based this truly is. I wonder if it actually is 100% RNG, or if there is, like, if it is it does, like, the RNG, like, changes based on certain situations, like whether you're doing bad or you're doing good, or how long the level's been going on, stuff like that. Who knows? I never really thought about it until this moment, but I wonder what is the what percentage of the minigames take place in, like, what parts of the world? Because I'm pretty sure a pretty large sum of them take place in the front yard. And I think there's quite a few that take place in the pool, and a few that take place in the roof. But I think for the most part, like, there's a couple that take place during the fog, like there's one coming up. And there's probably a couple that take place during night. but I think by far the ones that are the most are probably the front yard and the pool. Or like, I don't know. I might be completely wrong on that. Then again, also, like, there's some of them that doesn't even really matter, because, like, you'll have minigames where there are no sunflowers, or I guess I should say, more sun falling from the sky, like, has no impact on the game whatsoever. So on those, they just, like, have it take place during nighttime, and if they had it take place during daytime, it really wouldn't affect anything. It's just a nice change of music, I guess. You see, at some point you have to consider when is it good enough? When is your sun production good enough to where you don't need to, or your defense is good enough to where you don't need to spend any more sun on the wheel? And also, it's not entirely in vain to spend the wheel, because you might get a jackpot and get sun like that. Really hoping for a snow pea on this top row here. For the sake of symmetry! Nothing. Man, this is one of those levels that can really vary on how long it takes, can't it? $250 at 2,000. Oh, another sunflower, how about that? No, I probably shouldn't have put that sunflower there, considering this middle row is actually lacking in defense right now. Any day game, any day game, any day you want to give me something here. I will say it is nice to just play a nice, relaxing game like this. I've been playing shooty-shoot games for the past couple days, where I've actually been able to record. You know, I have fun playing those games, but it's nice to play a game where you just sit and relax. That's what this game is, a nice, relaxing game. I think that's the big, like, there's a lot of differences between this game and the sequel, but I think the big difference is just, because the second game is so much harder, you just really don't have that relaxation aspect that this game has. So you have to focus a lot more, you gotta worry about mistakes. This game's a lot more forgiving than the second game is, so, I mean, it has its moments, it certainly does, but overall, it's just a game you can just sit back and pay a little bit of attention to without having to stress over it too much. Let's put it right here. It's also a much more relaxed game to watch, I find. Like, I find it much more relaxing to watch videos about the first game, the second game. The second game's got so much stuff going on. You know, this game is just so simple. Wow, 2 diamonds at the same time. Wow, this might actually be. This might be a video with only 3 minigames. So this is going on for a lot longer than I thought it would. So we're gonna hit the 25-minute mark, so we are still 700 on the way, so I guess that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be, I guess this first episode will be 3 minigames. Unless we start going really fast here. At this point, just put the sunflowers out there. You know, I could stop. You know what? I think I will. I'll just stop. Just 400 sun, that shouldn't take too long. There's like nothing coming at me right now. these sunflowers will just get to it, we can finish this level in a decent amount of time. And I can look at the next level and use that to determine whether or not I want to continue. Come on! Hurry up, sunflowers. Almost there, wow. I am in fact almost there, thank you for telling me. And then you have the best part. They just die. You know what? I want to do one more minigame, but I do not want to do It's Raining Seeds or Invisible, so we're going to do Begooled. Which is... it's Bejeweled, which is a game I've never played, but that's what this is. So... you gotta make matches as 3. And I'll admit, I'm not too good at these types of games, but I'm at least going to try. Because there are these types of games, 2 types of minigames are like this. Is Begooled and Begooled Twist. And with Begooled, like, I actually try to see if there are matches that I can make. Whereas when we're gonna get to Begooled Twist, that is, in that game, I literally just click every tile until I get a combination, and then I eventually win. Which, I'll admit, is what I used to do for this game as well. But I actually want to try, you know. Don't want to monkey my way through this, you know. I'm trying to think what would be the best way to do this, but should I just start with the tall nuts and then go up, or should I start with should I save for the repeaters and go down? It's quite a unique minigame, you know. Oh, look at all that sun, look at all that, oh my god. That was quite a combo. The other thing about these types of games is I feel like a lot of the combos kind of come down to luck. Like, I don't play these games, but for that, it felt like I had no input on that. I had no idea that match was going to turn into a massive combo. Kind of feels like luck where stuff like that happens. Now we got repeaters. We got 32 matches here, so we're not even halfway done. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, there's a problem with that, you see. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter now because I was going to die, but situations like that, it's like, when you got the walnuts in front, you don't want to move the walnuts. But I had to move the walnut for the sake of continuing this, matches. Where is the thing? Oh, it tells you at some point, right? It must tell you. Because you're being not the smartest. Well, I was doing decently at this, and now I can't find anything. Oh, it's the puff shrooms, man. They're too small. Oh, big combo. Let's go ahead and turn the walnuts out. Now, I probably should have turned the puff shrooms into fume shrooms already, just because they're bigger and easier to see at that point. There we go, now I got the fume shrooms. Is that gonna help me at all? Probably not. A little double repeater there. And Starfruit. You know, they can have it whereas no possible matches left to make, and at that point they reset the board, so I wonder if the RNG is like set to try to not make that happen, or if it is like completely random when you can't know it's bad football zombie. Oh, but he died. So, yeah, if they end up eating a plant, then that entire spot is just gone. So the more the zombies eat, the less opportunity you have to make matches. That's really good, geez. Oh, and I guess for 100 sun, I guess I would have the option of completely redoing the board if you really can't find those matches. 5 matches to go. That. Oh, the tall nuts, of course. That's that. Alright, so that was a bit over 31 minutes, which is a pretty good recording. So yeah, about 4 minigames, 3 minigames that go on too long, but yeah, I think that's a good start. So I'll see you next time for more minigames.